The intensity and persistence of nationwide protests continue to capture attention. A diverse group of mostly young people are staging demonstrations around the world. They're shutting public venues with so-called die-ins, and their mantra is Black Life Matters. Many people say this is reminiscent of the civil rights protest in the 1960s. Young people were an integral part of the movement. The Black Panther Party was central to the protest against police brutality, in Black communities. Brooklyn, New York State Assemblyman-elect Charles Barron joins us here in our New York studios. He is a former member of the Black Panther Party, and we are happy to have you here in our studios. Nice to meet you, Charles.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much for coming in. Where do I want to start with you? I think I want to start a little bit with sort of some of the prevailing stereotypes, misconceptions that feed this tension between law enforcement officials and impoverished, in many cases, Black communities. One of those that has come to fore in this discussion is that broken windows theory. Talk a little bit about that and how that serves to, if you will, undermine what should be a productive and healthy relationship between law enforcement and the community it serves.
You know, I'm very livid about the fact that the so-called most progressive mayor in New York City brings in Bill Bratton. Commissioner Bratton was under Rudolph Giuliani. He was the most racist, vile mayor we've ever had. Bratton was here in 1994 to 96. He brought in the broken windows theory, a racist, ignorant theory that says arrest every Black and Latino young person for minor offenses, whether it's loitering, littering, you name it, and then they won't commit crimes later. So all of the violations of their human rights to move about freely in their neighborhood. It's under Bratton that little Nicholas Haywood was in the hallways, 13 years old, playing cops and robbers, killed by Bratton's police. Bratton, it was under him that Anthony Baez football hit the car of a police car, and he's choked to death. Anthony Rosario shot 14 times while he was down.
Charles, let me jump in there, because I want to get to a couple of other things before we quickly run out of time, and that is, do you now seeing these situations that we have, there's Eric Garner, there's Akai Gurley,
right,
and the list goes on. Do you feel like we then, based on your premise about Bratton being a part of the problem, we're going backwards, we're moving backwards?
Absolutely. Bratton must go. His broken theories needs to go with him. And
broken windows theory.
Broken windows theories need to go with him. All of that needs to go. It's breaking our families and it's killing us. But I'm saying to America, don't blame me, a social forecaster, when I say there's going to be an explosion. People have had it, and it's irresponsible for us to call for our people to be peaceful while they're being murdered, and others call for the police to be peaceful. They're the ones with lethal weapons killing us. How many police have we killed in our neighborhoods that we got to be peaceful while we're dying? I say we need to rise up, take everybody out of their comfort zone. Some of that is happening now. When this country understands that people aren't going to let you keep killing them. Michael Vick went to jail for killing dogs, and they shouldn't be killing dogs. I don't believe in that.
Glad you said that. I'm a veterinarian.
Right. I don't want the community animal activists
oh, they will come after you, too.
But how come our lives are not more valuable? And how come they can get away with killing innocent Black men and women?
Let me ask your perspective on our current mayor, Bill de Blasio. He's married to an African-American woman.
That's
he has biracial children.
That's irrelevant.
Okay, all right. But he has come out in favor of there being a better relationship between law enforcement.
Then why would you give us
I
Bill
want to move back. You've made your point about Bill.
I'm not leaving it. I'm not leaving it, because that's the point.
Let me ask you nicely, though.
Okay.
If you were mayor, what would you do to begin to repair the relationship?
Well, first of all, the first thing I would do is have a community policing program. I would fight to empower the local police precincts. That's community people having some control over the policing policies in their neighborhood. I would fight the state to have a residency law. You love us so much, live with us. You want to police us. But I want to get back to Bratton. If the mayor is afraid for his son that he got to tell him to be careful, then why would he bring in someone who's bringing more danger to his son and other? Right. It's hypocrisy.
You made your point, Charles Barron. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. And this is Arise America.